Well, I think the glue's dried enough, so let's go ahead and get this screwed together. So I use this tapering bit and then I go ahead and countersink it a little bit because I put dowel plugs in there. You gotta be careful when you're putting the screws into the end grain like that because they will strip. So that's one of the reasons why using glue also helps with that. So that way if it did strip, then the glue holds too. Okay, so now we butt this up in the front, and I'm drilling the extra holes for the dowels just where it's going to be seen. Like this is going to be seen from the front, so This will be seen from the front, so that's why I put dowels in there. And then on this one here, I go ahead and put like a screw, and then I'll put a dowel in that one and then only in the back one. That way it covers up the screw holes. In the middle here, I'll countersink them, but I just put stain in the hole because the cushion covers that up. But you might see this, and you definitely see this. That's why I put dowels in there. So I go ahead and just put a clamp on here just to help hold it down while I'm putting the screw in there. Bring it out flush on each end. Pretty good. So when you're going in here, you got to watch your 3-inch screws are in there. So you got to put one real far back here in the back. Then I put one here. Far in the back. Put one here. And in the back. Okay. I need to get another drill, but I need to do. That way I quit swapping the bits around. Let me get my when I got my impact. I don't like using this because I feel like it draws the screw. You really can't feel. Yeah, let me swap that out. You really can't feel whenever you're putting the screw in there because it drives it super deep. Drop down to the 2.5-inch screws for that. Two and a half. Okay. All right. I'm gonna bring it out to the edge here so I can use a clamp just to kind of help hold it. Then I put a piece of 3/4-inch plywood for my spacer. I had a longer one. I don't put glue on these in case you ever have, if they are outside, rot or something like that, you're able to change these out easier. So, I mean, that's up to you. You can put glue if you want. Like I said, I just countersink these. I don't go deep because I don't put any dowels in those. 2.5s are plenty. I just do that one, and then I move over to the next one. And then I come back and do all the ends. Flush it up. Okay, on this last one, you don't have to use a spacer because you're gonna flush it up on this end here. It's not exact, but I just figured that's easier than laying it out. I mean, it really doesn't matter as long as it's got a gap in it. So, put this on the edge like so. Good. Remember on these, we're going to countersink it deeper for to put dowels in it. Okay. Find my brush. We'll just use the blower. Okay, we want to make sure all the dust is out, and then we're gonna put some glue in the holes, put some dowel rods. All right. Just wipe the glue up. You cut these off, you're gonna sand them anyways, and then you'll have to re-put your stain on there. Do that other side. We'll go ahead and screw the rest of the ends in. Let's say you just countersinking these a little bit, and then you'll put stain down the side of it. Can never get that to set right. I don't know. I feel like sometimes it don't go deep enough, and then if I go at something, then sometimes it goes deeper. So I guess it's all a learning thing. One of the reasons why we use this is because when you're drilling, putting screws in at the edge there, it can split the wood. Well, this helps prevent that. Okay, so all that, now we're gonna put some glue and dowels in the end here. Sometimes when you hammer these in here, you'll see glue come out the end here, it's okay because that glue's actually going to seal it back up even if it does come out the grain. Just wipe it off and you got glue in there, so it'll be fine. Two by fours, hold on. Okay, I found out after doing a couple of chairs that I wasn't letting these dry good, and I was cutting them off, then I was sanding them. Well, then the heat from the sander, I think, we're not sure, but I'd let it set for like maybe an hour or so, and then I'd cut them off. Well, then I'd go ahead and sand them. But I think the heat from the sand would kind of make the glue hot again. Well, then I would smear the glue on here. And then like on a couple of the chairs, or one of the chairs that we built before this one, when you go to try to put the stain back on there, that glue seals and it doesn't take stain real good. So then it's like, dark, and then you can see light everywhere where you sand. So I've gotten to where I just let them sit, pretty much all day. And then I'll cut them, but then the next day I'll sand them. I won't even sand them the same day, just for that reason. So let me move this out of the way. All right, now we're on the back piece. So we'll go ahead and get all the pocket hole screws in there, and we can take the clamps off of that one. If you use these Craig screws, they're kind of expensive, but it works. But it tells you for 1.5 inches, use 2.5 screws. So that's what I use. And then you use the ones for softwood, plywood, which it's a coarser thread. They also, when you buy these, you got to look because it says for hardwood and it's fine thread. You don't want to use that. This is another one of them things you got to be careful because it will strip. So, but once again, that's why we use the glue. So you want to go easy until you feel it get tight, because it will strip. I'll come back. I'm out of dowels right now, but I'll come back and I'll just put, I don't buy the ones that they sell the ones that are tapered already. But what I do is I just take the solid ones and then I put it in the drill. I cut them a little long so they're hard to get in there. So I put it in the drill, take a piece of sandpaper and hold it and just come down with it a little bit and put glue in there and it slides in there easy. And then I use my Chinese saw to cut them off. That's what all these are. These are all ones that I've put in there and cut and reused like you've seen on the other part. So. See, being that I put glue on these joints, it's not moving at all. Plus it helps being clamped, but I have clamped it and still done this. And then like this, when I went to go to screw this in, this board would raise or lower, and it makes you mad because you want to try to, you know, it is patio furniture, but you're trying to learn how to do this kind of stuff to build quality furniture someday, maybe. So it's all a learning process. I know I keep saying it. It's quite a bit of work, but you know, when you're totally done, screws, cushions, glue, everything. I mean, you might have $150 in these chairs. So, and it's something that, you know, pretty much will last a lifetime if you take care of it. To where, you know, this regular patio furniture is just high dollar and then it gets rusty and all that, so. Okay, let's get these seals off. These clamps I get from Lowe's. I don't know if they have them on Amazon. I'll try to put everything I use to build these, I'll put in an Amazon link. I am signed up for the Amazon affiliate thing. I haven't made a penny from it yet, but you know, if you did buy it, then I would get a little bit of, how much, I don't know. Like I said, I've never made a penny from it yet, so we'll see. But there you go. So there's the back piece. It came out, oh, look at there. I went through too much. Holy cow. Oh man, I've never done that before. But I planed these down. I forgot. So that's what happened. I planed these down thinner, so I probably should have dropped down screw size. Dang. Yep, I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna take those out and put shorter screws in there. Wow. Yep, see, make mistakes. Did it on just about all of them. It's because I planed this board down. See, that's the right screw. If I wasn't gonna plane this down, I should have remeasured this and dropped down screw size. Wow, that's crazy. So let me take all those out and part of learning, man. I'm gonna have to pick up, I think they sell a 2-inch screw. So I'm gonna pick those up today while I'm at Home Depot too. Man, I can't believe that happened. Golly. See, I didn't even think about that, but that is terrible. Holy cow. I mean, it'll be fine once I take the screws out, but it even distorted it like everywhere I put screws. So I'm gonna change them all out and hopefully that'll lay back down the grain. But man, I can't believe that. Wow. So, lesson learned. If you plane these down, don't use the 2.5 inch screws. All right, take all these out of the clamp. Take these 2 pieces out. Okay, so we got to take these pieces now and we got to cut it for the tile. So I take it over to the router table. Got to change this bit out. Okay, the bit I use it's a 1/2 inch shank, and I don't even know what you really call this. I think it's just a straight cut bit. Okay, this is the tile that we put in the sides. So what I do is I just cut this with a pair of scissors. But this is the height you want to set it at. So you want it to be just a little bit above it. So this sets a little bit below flush. So that's good there. Lock it. Okay. So your tiles are, let's just say 2 1/8. They're right at 2 inches. So let's go 2 1/8, so we'll have a little bit of grout on each side. So you know your board is 5 1/2, 5 1/2. So we want 2 1/8, so that's 1 1/16 inches on each side. So 1 1/16 inches. So that gives you 4 3/8. So when you run this in there, you want this edge here to be 4 3/8, which I got marks on here from when I did my other ones. So that edge, that cutting edge, is from this mark 4 3/8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it out to here, and I used a T-square and squared this off like so, and then I'll put a couple of clamps on it. I have T-screws for that, but when I slide it far back, then I can't use the T-screws, so I just use the clamps for all of it. Okay, we got this all set up, so we're gonna go ahead and run and cut out that centerpiece. and do this side. Okay, let me get a trash can real quick. Let it catch a little bit of it anyways. So then we'll reset it up to do the center. But we'll cut both sides like this first. So now we want to cut out that center piece. So you line it up to where it's going to take out that center, which I have another mark on here. But that's how you do it. You just line it up. Suck it down. Then we run it back through and cut out the center. And I'm not saying this is the right way to do it, because like I said, I'm learning, but this is the way I'm doing it. Probably should have some earplugs for that. That's a little loud. If you have a little bit left in here, I just take a chisel, which this one did good, so it really doesn't have nothing left in there. I just take that center piece out. Like this one had a little bit right there, so I just, right there, get that down, hit a knot right there so it's a little messed up. I just get that center piece, there's a little piece right there. It don't take much. So that one's done. I might have been cutting a little aggressive, you know, a little too deep on my first pass, but I'm just hogging it out because it gets covered up anyways. So this one has a few little spots, so I'll just run that right down it like so. Same way here. There we go. All right. We gotta cut the tile for it. Man, I can't believe I messed up that back like that. What makes me mad? This is just some bathroom decorative shower tile that I got for, I got it at Lowe's, I think. I can't remember how much it was. It wasn't real expensive. look at it. So this piece is going to go here. This one's going to go here. And then you got to cut one piece. These two need to go over here. I'm just trying to put what I think, what I would like. So this is the other side. That's for the other side. We're gonna get another one. Okay, so there's that. I'll show you what we use. This is what we use to glue the tile down. So it's a Gorilla heavy duty construction adhesive. And it says it's for molding wood, flooring, marble, masonry, granite, wet surfaces, caulking, decks, drywall. I mean, it's an all-around thing, so that's what we're using. And then when I get done with it, I just been putting a screw in the bottom of it, or in it like that, and then you can use your drill, take the screw out, and then you take this off and run a drill bit in there and run a drill bit back down in there, and you can, reuse it. I don't have much left in this tube, so I'm just gonna use a new tube. So roll this up. And this is all I do is I start right here like this, and I just do it in a wave like this. And that seems to be doing just fine. You can just put it in here. We'll make sure you cut any of this off the edges. You don't want it on the edge. So I'll put it in there, move it around a little bit, and just try to evenly space it. We'll definitely leave enough gap to where you can get grout in there. because the grout's what really makes it look pretty. Just play with it for a little bit. Make sure they're all lined up. You know, it's not real far off. Let that sit for a little bit. See, like that's got some on the edge there. Just trim it off like that. Okay. So we'll let that sit for about an hour or so. Then we'll flip it over and do the other side. And then I'll let it dry overnight. But what I also do, and we didn't do this on the first couple of chairs, we went ahead and grout this, but then the grout gets on the wood and it kind of seals the wood so it don't take stain again. So, I just used blue painter's tape, and I did this on the last one before we put the grout on, and it made a world of difference. And it don't have to be perfect. Put it right on the edge of the wood, so you want to make sure you can get grout down in there. That worked out good last time. That way it was easy to clean up the grout and everything. So I'm gonna do that from now on. Man, I'm still still mad at myself for messing up that back piece. Dang. See, the first one I did, I planed it down, but it didn't go through like that. So maybe I have my drill set too deep. So, anyways, live and learn. I mean, it could be fixed. So, worst case scenario, I have to cut out a whole new back, but I ain't about to do that. So let's let that dry for a little bit, and then we'll flip it over and do the other side. You know, we could actually probably do the other side now, but let's just wait. All right. Well, so now I need to, that's pretty much all I can do for right now. But I need to go get the screws so I can fix this piece. So once we get this dry and grouted, then we can put the pieces on the ends, and then everything's pretty much glued up that needs to be glued up. And then you can put the chair together. So we're getting close, guys, but that's where we're at right now. So we gotta let that dry up, and then I'll be back probably later this afternoon, and we'll do the other side. And then by then I'll be home with some new screws so we can fix that over there and see how bad that's gonna look. Hopefully it won't be that bad with those screws sticking out where it messed the wood up. So, but I mean, the cushion's gonna go up against it, so you're never gonna really see it, but you know, still, you don't want it to look bad. I might have to try to get some glue in there somehow, or I don't know. We'll see. I hate that I messed that up. So just definitely watch that.